Hello, this is my English speaking practice, and I'm talking about my personal development. And I continue to develop the game, and I am gonna integrate the network features, and I've implemented some codes. Some codes for that. Let me explain. But actually, I don't know how this code works because this code is generated by AI. So I need to understand. This is a command class. This is inherits network game command class, and the network game command is basically used for request from the client to the server, and this class is expected to have is valid function, which is verify the command is valid or not, and execute method. And this is a process. This is a process when this command is sent to the host, and for this command, the process is like this. And this command is sent when the player plays creature, and in this function, it just emit a event creature placement attempted. Yeah, this event is used in current architecture. It's yeah, it is used here. This is a basic game system, offline version of game system, and the game controller can handle for each event, and the creature placement attempt is one of those events. And for other events, turn changed, start working, poison activated, layer capture check, victory check. These events does not need to be sent from client, because turn changed, poison activated, layer check, victory check is happened when the game state is changed, and the game state changing game state process is executed on the host side, so these events does not need to be sent from the client. So and the start dragging creature, this is just UI manipulation. So for this event, there is no need to send the event. This event is completed in the client side, inside the client side. So only creature placement attempted event is should be defined as a network command, like this. Yeah. So that this is good, but I don't know how to emit this command and how to integrate network game event system. Yeah. But I have a plan to implement that is like this. So the controller should call a network handler manager, and it have 3 handler like this. For modeling, for updating models, there is 2 kinds of handler: global model and local model handler. So today I'm going to implement network handler manager. Yeah. And also for so I think this is I'm not sure. Let me see the client side, because client side needed to be notified for updates of global model, because this is the game state, so it should know about that. How to know that? It's over client RPC. So the host side should call a client RPC. So I don't know how to do that, because the game manager updates global model, and after that it should notify clients for the information. So after updating, it should call client RPC, I think. But I cannot read it from this architecture. How to do that? And game event system, how to, let me see the client side RPC. So here is client RPC, and start game for all players client RPC, This is triggering network game start. To do. To call a start game method of game controller. So maybe I should know about this. Broadcast phase change client RPC. It takes event name and serialized data, so it seems to be able to emit event to the client. So if it is host, already returned because the host is already handled. And it deserializes event data to phase event data, and if it exists, call a change phase method. This makes sense because this mechanism is used currently used. So I see the I see the basic concept. So we should call this, and it is called here network change phase. Okay, I know. And this is called here on GUI. What is it on GUI? This is a network game event system. This is and it have a static method, network change phase, and yeah, this is same signature as change phase method. And so I see. So this is for host side in the same side, and for client side it called broadcast phase change client RPC. This makes sense. So the next problem is how to call this. It's called on GUI. And how about this? This is draw event section. This is a network debug UI, so I can ignore this. So I want to see on GUI. I see. And debug. On GUI is never called from anywhere, so maybe this is reserved function, like updates. So I want to know, but it not found. is Unity's immediate mode GUI system. It's called multiple times per frame during the GUI rendering phase. When it's called multiple times per frame, typically 2 to 3 times during layout events to calculate GUI positions. Okay. So the important is maybe but if enable debug logs is true, it is already returned. So I don't know, this is a core game logic. This is for testing. This is for testing. This is for debugging. So this is like testing or debugging function. So this is not core. This is not core. So I think this is not code. Okay, I should plan how to implement. So but I think this is the most important process. So we just emit event with event data and call change phase. That's it. So in the host side, we should call network change phase instead of change phase, right? So for example, yeah, this is called when the player drop their hand on the cell. The creature placement attempted event is emitted. Instead of this, but I should I'm not sure because that's not enough, because in the host side the game state is updated here, so after updates of the game state it should call client RPC. So right now it just call it call event a change phase at the same time. So that's not good. Of course, when the event is happened, notifying it is good thing. Yeah. But it's how to how to do that. For view, it should be updated after the global model is updated, because view is depending on the model. Okay, anyway, I will create a network handler manager. And oh, that's annoying. Okay, and skeleton. And global model handler. Local model handler. And view handler. right now, the handler is like this. Model changed and update the view. Network handler model manager. This is not correct. Network this is I'm confused. Network behavior. I think your implementation is not doesn't not follow the plan. Don't need to It does not. Network game event system. Mm. So I like this. Yeah. So not network behavior, event-driven architecture, clear separation of responsibilities, and follows the network plan. Network game event system handles network communication, where network handler manager handles business logic based on received events. The skeleton probably implements the architecture where host receives event updates, global state triggers next events via network game event system. Clients receive events, update local state, and views only. All network communication flows through network game event system. All methods are stuffed with to-dos pointed to the correct existing services and managers to integrate with. Yeah, it seems to be nice, but I want advice from you. Do you think should it should update? It should notify game state to client after global model is absolutely. After global model handler updates the authority game state on the host, it should sync the relevant game state to all clients. Here's why. Authority parent host maintains authoritative authoritative game state clients need updates to stay synchronized. View consistency, clients need current state data to render UI correctly. Security, clients only receive limited rate data state rather than full authority game states. So the flow should be host event happens global model handler and update authority game state and sync to client view handler. Let me add state synchronization methods. State synchronization is crucial. I've added the necessary methods. I wanna make abstraction for thinking game state. Let me think about this. Authority game state. This is in the host side, and every time the authority game state is updated, it should create a client game state for each client. It means like this. So because even if it is in the host side, the host side player can only know the client state for them. Client game state. So this is the global model. It knows everything, but client game state can know for each player information. So it should be translated to the player 1 for player 1 and for player 2, and this is notify to game event system. Game event system event, not event, it is yeah, it's event and this is host side and network game no. Like this and listen and command and so this is For example, when the I don't know why this is prepared. Send command to host. How to receive it? Where is the end point for the entry point for receiving command from client is the send client calls network game event system send command to host. This triggers send command to host server or PC. Oh, this is it. This is it. Okay. 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 So, send command to host server or PC. Okay. So I wanna make a abstraction layer because it is there is two pattern to call event. It's over network or it's called locally. So I wanna this is the abstraction layer. So this is a case when called from network over network, and also we can emit event from locally. So this is the abstraction facade. It just requires event and event data. It doesn't matter where it is from. And this is when the event is happened, the global model handler should update the authoritative game state update, and it should translate to client game state for player 1 and player 2, and immediately notify to each players. For local, it just call event, and for client call client RPC, and it calls new event. This is correct. I want to separate the game event system and client game event game state synchronization, because that is a different different property. Yeah, the game event system, it might update the global model, but for notification, this event never update the game model, because this process is executed after updating global model, right? So I want to change this system. So sync system, or like that. Yeah, sync state system. So we can, yeah, we can separate the notification system, the game event system, and the sync state system. This makes sense. And after global model handler, but this is called in the host side, and game event system is executed on both sides, host and client. So the local state, and the name is local model handler. This is so easy. It just update local model. That's it. So it's like local model. Just update local model. So the game event system, and for game event system is that's it. Because we create a new system, and I want to describe about this, because this is important, because every time this system is called, and it takes a client state, and this is the very information for rendering UI, right? So so maybe this is, there is view manager, or View manager. Yeah. And display managers. UI. For example, grid display manager or etc. And this relation is not changed. This relation is not changed. But the difference is these components might emit network game event. Or normal game event. It does not always emit event in the UI component. The display manager might emit game events. I just simplify the expressions. Yeah. So the game state is updated with some events. The view should be updated, so the display manager will work. And UI component can detect the user input, and it might emit network game event or normal game event. Yeah, the event is sent to network game event system over network, and so it is this is, I think this is command. This is command. This is called command. Yeah, I think. So the command is sent to network game system. This is on the host side, and the command execute, and it emit game event, and this is yeah. I think this is good. The game event system is facade. and it should update the game. Global handler. And of course, the global model handler should control the game flow. For example, currently there is a creature placement event, and after that it might emit poison activated event, or it emit layer check event. So some process is completed, and then it emit a new event. It might emit a new event. So I think and here there is no need to emit network game event because this is on the host side. So emit game event for game. Update, notify, new event. And every time the client state is updated, it notifies to the client, so the client it can control the UI state by client game state. So sync state system yes. How about this? This is like a client side state because this is prepared for each player. So yeah. So I wanna rather than it view depends on client state and the local model, right? Yeah, that makes sense. And for this is this is authoritative process. So yeah, it should stand alone. So game event system is corresponding to associated with global model handler and update the game state and notify the game state and emit next game event. That's it. And from network means the event emitted by the player 2, and from local means the event is emitted by player 1. So yeah, I think I can simplify the architecture. So right now there is send command to host and send command to host server RPC. Maybe in this function we should we can receive command. It means this. So just emit event. Oh. And network send command to host. Yeah, this is for this. How to emit. It is game event system change phase. The name is not good. I want to make them similar names. Send command. I wanna rename as command. Send command. Command. Send command to host. And this is equals to send command to host RPC. Yeah. Architecture. I will go with this. I believe I can do it. So I changed local model handler. So this how to notify, how to trigger a local model handler. Until now, the local model handler is inside this, so it is triggered by game event system. But right now, so I want to change the client state system and we like this, because if it is local notification, we don't need to use network event system. So in here, just call client state system directory. For client, it uses network event system. Maybe send a command to maybe client RPC, and this is a same architecture over from network. It can call a client state system for update or for sync the client state, and this can be called from local for update local model handler, right? Yeah. This is so cool. So the network event system is used for everything over network. So it might contain the game event system, or it might contain the game event and it is sent to the game event system, or it might contain client state. This is mainly used for just syncing client state. And client state system is updated, can be updated locally. So the network direction is like host to client, from host to client. So this is the only one pattern for this use case. And for this is this: when the client send a command to host, this is used. For other cases, the event is happened in the host side UI component, or in the global model handler for control of game flow. Yeah, this is this pattern, and this pattern is update for local state. So it is, so I should add a client state system dot or something. I have not named it. Client state system command but this is happen only when host side, because this is used when it is client side. So for global model, and for local model, this is used both. Very good. It is well organized. The important thing is every time the game state is updated, it should to be notified to the client. So I wanted to separate the system for sync game state like this. This is a nice idea. So we can draw a table. There is two types of system, event system, and the data direction, client to client. No. For global model, for local model. Client state system. No. How to define the table from network and from local. Client state from network from local. From a client state system from network. This means global model is updated. Game event system from network. This is request for update global model. And client state system from local. It is just update local model. And game event system from local. Global model is updated and request from host side. Request for update global model from host side. request Hmm. Dual event system. Instead of just game event system, there is a new both game event system and client state system running in parallel. Command simplification. Command just emit events instead of complex validation execution, state separation, clear distinction between authority game state and client game state. Cleaner flow, less complex handler hierarchy, more event driven. Let me analyze the key difference. New approach to event system. Yeah. And command are lightweight, just emit events. Cleaner separation of concerns. UI command can target space. Potential concerns. Two event system might be complex to maintain consistency. State synchronization needed to ensure. Event ordering needed to handle race condition between systems. Recommended adjustments. Event system coordination. There is a potential concerns, but I don't think this is the problem because two event systems but global model and local model is independent, so this state never conflict to this state, and when this is updated, client state should be updated every time because there is a notification system, so this follows this. This is completely dependent on global model, and this is completely independent global model. So these two event systems never conflicts. and state synchronization needed to ensure CC2 stay consistent. I'm not sure AI can understand what I mean. C1 and C2 means client state for each player. So this state is generated at the same time for in this function, so it never get inconsistent. And event ordering need to handle race condition between systems. Okay, this is could be a concern because these requests can be parallel, so the view manager can be called one after another, so the latest code is reflected. So could be a problem. Could be a problem. But I think this and this is independent, so I believe it's not a problem. Okay, that's it. Oh, I've streamed for 90 minutes. Okay, it's time to finish. Tomorrow I'm gonna implement these architectures. Okay, see you tomorrow.